Hello, that's better. It's Laura Coleman here from Be Modern Meditation, take 2 for tonight's meditation. And if you've just joined us for the first time, this is your space to stop and pause and just take a moment. And I ordered some lovely bird song for us tonight, so hopefully we'll have a lovely peaceful time. And I'm just going to go and have a sit down and see if anybody's going to be joining us. There we go. So, it is Tuesday evening, and tonight's meditation is going to be a simple one. It's going to be just about stopping and pausing. So we'll be just using the body and the breath. Hi, Kath. Hi, Caroline. I'm just saying that tonight is just a really simple practice to just pause. It feels like there's been this lots of big announcement over here in the UK with lockdown begun as part of this coronavirus pandemic that's happening right now, and it feels really strange. So it's really nice to have this space where we can just be calm and let go of all of that. So just taking a few breaths actually while I wait to see who's going to join us tonight. How's everybody's day been? Have you had a crazy running around kind of a day? Kids at home, trying to work, trying to get your head around what's going on in the world? It's a little bit strange, isn't it? Hi Marilyn, lovely to see you here. Just giving it a couple of minutes to see. You're busy, Caroline. Yeah, I feel like I've been chasing what's that? There's an expression, something like chasing your tail backwards or something. I feel like I've been doing that today because we're just trying to get organised. So all of that, yeah, it's. But now it's sort of got to this time of the day, and I love this time of the day now. And what's quite funny is when I gets to about 5 o'clock and Milky, who's around here somewhere, she's patrolling, making sure there's no birds who snuck onto the property. Hey Emma, yeah, Milky seems to know when I'm getting ready to come out here, and she's like up and she's ready, and then she's out here trying to stop friends being scared. That's right, Caroline, there's so much almost panic, isn't there, of people, and understandably, when none of us know how this is going to go. And I keep being sent voice memos and things from people overseas, people who almost like forwards on. Somebody's been given a voice message from somebody over in Italy or Spain and talking about what they're living through right now. And it's really hard not to stay in our experience right now, and it's really hard not to feel afraid for the people we care about. Yeah, it's a really strange time, isn't it? And Emma, you've been doing lots of cooking. I've been watching your stuff it's been lovely watching you and the girls cooking and baking. But I got to this evening got to about 5 o'clock, and I did a really long meditation. I truly believe the planet's fighting back and it will end well, Caroline says. Yeah, I agree, Caroline. It feels like there's a rebalancing going on, and even if we can get past the fear and actually just accept what's going on, I think already seeing families spending time together and just that slowing down. And just tonight I feel it in myself, just a sense of slowing down coming. Yeah, it's horrible to be scared, Caroline, isn't it? It's like living in fear it's not helpful, and it certainly doesn't help our body system to fight anything that's coming if we're in that fight or flight state all the time. So the more we can do to pause and rebalance, the better. It gives us that strength to be there for other people and to be there for ourselves, and to get through it. So yeah, I feel quite philosophical tonight and kind of much calmer than I think I did yesterday. I felt quite agitated yesterday and a bit more accepting today. So I think it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster. I think some days and some minutes we're going to be up, we're going to be down, and we're going to, I think, just have to be really paying attention. I think that's something that's also interesting, because we're in autopilot, and we know what our days are going to feel like, we know what they're going to look like, and we don't even really have to consciously even take in what's going on around us. And suddenly we've been jolted into this present moment awareness in a fear way, because suddenly all that normal routine is gone, all that normal, I know how this week, next month looks. It's just been ripped from underneath us. And there is something positive about that, because that autopilot keeps us trapped, doesn't it? So yeah, just trying to find some of the good in all of this. So let's find our way to some calm and peace now, and join it together. And I'd have to say that it's lovely when we're in that silent space. I really feel that energy, that we're generating that kind of collective energy, because there's some really powerful really powerful science about group meditation as well. So meditating together, we're doing our bit. We're actually changing and helping the vibration of things, if you believe in that. So let's get ourselves settled and just remember those few things, that it doesn't matter if there's thoughts. Thoughts are a natural thing that our mind will do no matter what we try and do. And I was going to bring out my little snow globe. I have a little snow globe that I share in workshops, where I shake imagine this is my snow globe. I shake my snow globe, and that kind of snow jiggling around, that's what our thoughts are like. And when we stop and we allow that to start to settle, at first we're still aware of that swirling, and it takes time for it to settle and for us to be grounded and to feel that deep stillness and that sense of space that we cultivate, because that's ultimately what we're doing. We're creating space between us and the things that are happening, and that's what we will be cultivating tonight, is space. And it's that space that gives us the chance to choose how we respond instead of reacting. So let go of the need to have a certain experience, let go of expectation, and be gentle with yourself. It doesn't matter what comes up. Just all that matters is that you are there with it, and you let it come and you let it go, and come back to whatever our focus is every time you notice you're distracted. And every time you do that noticing and bringing back, you're training that muscle in your brain. In fact, in your prefrontal cortex, actually, you're training that capacity to choose where you put your attention. So just like going to the gym, the most painful workouts are the ones that are doing the most good. Sometimes the most painful meditations, the most thoughtful meditations, are actually doing the most good. So bear that in mind, and just let go of effort, which is the opposite to how we're normally used to living our lives. So posture, we're going for active but relaxed. So we're not going super relaxed lying down, not in this type of meditation. We're also not going for very rigid and I must not move. So be comfortable, be relaxed, but be aware. And gently closing down the eyes now. If it feels good to you, just take a couple of bigger breaths. Just to get back connection to that body, and opening out to what you can hear right now. Perhaps you can hear things in the room, outside of the room. Maybe you can hear the sounds where I am tonight. That beautiful bird song. Whatever sounds you can hear, try to resist being caught up in thoughts about the sounds. Just experience the sounds in your awareness, without the describing that we tend to do. And just notice that there's the sounds, and there's also your awareness of the sounds. And then taking your awareness, seeing if you can really gently place it on the fingertips. So not trying to force or push or struggle, just gently resting the awareness on the fingertips. You might still be aware of sounds or sensations or thoughts, and that's okay too. Just letting those be there. And any time that you're taken away completely from the fingertips, just coming back. Perhaps noticing after a moment that you feel a gentle tingling or humming in the fingers, like a vibration. That's your nervous system responding to you turning inwards. So often in our lives we're looking outwards, rushing to get somewhere or reach some goal. For now we're doing the opposite. Moment by moment, just connecting to the body. Coming back anytime the mind is distracted or thoughts take over, as soon as you notice. No judgment or effort. And then seeing if you can add your toes to your awareness. So now your fingers and your toes are in your awareness. Perhaps you can feel sensations in your toes as well as you turn inwards. Away from that busy world of doing and thinking. Perhaps you feel it in your fingers more. Seeing if you can allow that sensation and that awareness to travel up the legs, the shins, up to the knees, and from the knees travelling along the thighs and into the hips, to your whole legs in your awareness now. Just noticing what that feels like. Perhaps there's a heaviness or a lightness to the legs. Noticing the difference between your legs and the rest of the body before moving up from the hands, along the wrists and the forearms, the crook of the arm, travelling up to the tops of the arms and the shoulders, around the front of the chest, down the shoulder blades, down into the belly, feeling that wrapping around the whole of the lower part of the body. And don't worry if there are areas that you feel more than others, just becoming aware of what sensations you feel in the body right now in this moment. Perhaps there's sensations that you weren't aware of before. Or perhaps there's sensations that have got stronger with your awareness. But just notice what happens when you open your awareness to your whole body. Perhaps there's a deeper feeling of relaxation just beginning to emerge. A sense of just being in this moment. If your mind's been taken away by thoughts, just noticing and coming back. No judging yourself. Letting go of any frustration or anger or sadness. Just noticing it's there and allowing it to move on. Before coming back to that awareness of your whole body. And whatever sensations are there tonight. And giving yourself permission. Setting an intention to be right here, in this moment. I am exactly where I planned to be. There is nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to do. This is it. This moment, it's all that's real. And knowing that this connection to this moment is always here. Your body is only ever in this moment. and becoming aware of the breath. Noticing where you feel the breath. Perhaps it's that cool air entering the nostrils or the mouth. Perhaps it's that rise and fall in the chest or the belly. The body's breathing for you. There's no effort or trying. Even if when you give the breath attention, sometimes the mind tries to get involved and it becomes almost momentarily difficult. If that happens, just let that go and let the breath come and go on its own. The body's breathing. You are just watching. No effort. No need to make it happen. It happens without your involvement. And just feel the peace that comes with that. The breath can be this anchor in the turmoil, allowing us to connect to that stillness, that observer that's not connected to whatever is going on. A stillness that's always there. So we realize that we don't have to create this space, this quiet. It's always here. Feeling that rising and falling of the breath. Beginning to label that experience gently and softly in the mind to help to anchor. So when you breathe in, labeling it rising. When you breathe out, falling. Rising, falling. Rising, falling. Coming back any time that you realize that your mind's wandered away from that labeling. And we'll take a few moments of silence to continue that labeling, gently and softly to anchor into this moment. Allowing the breath to slowly deepen now as you begin to become more aware of the body again. Letting the breath get deeper. Letting go of the labeling. And just experiencing your body and the breath. We'll take 3 bigger than usual breaths now. In through the nose and out through the mouth. letting the breath return to its natural rhythm. Wiggling the fingers and the toes, becoming aware of movement again in the body. Perhaps noticing if you had lost that and it feels nice to come back. And then gently blinking open the eyes and just becoming aware that the world's still there. And just seeing how it feels in the body now. Can you be aware of the space that you're in, and also aware of your body, and also aware beyond the room, beyond yourself, as your awareness is expanded. And for me here, even just as we've had our eyes closed, light's changed, so it's like I've opened my eyes to just a subtly different place, which feels nice. So wherever you are tonight and wherever things come our way, I hope that you can just keep hold of that quiet space that we reconnected to in that meditation, and that if it was a meditation for you that was filled with lots of noise and lots of chatter, that's okay too, and that now your eyes are open, you can feel the benefit of having let that stuff come out. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow at 5:15. Bye!